This is the third generation of Mini launched by BMW. It looks much like a Mini. It has all the hallmarks: Mini wings, front and back, Cooper stamped on its bum, an interior designed using only a compass, and a cheeky chappy look. It's clearly related to the car that was launched at the turn of the century, which was also clearly related to the car that got written motoring way back when. But because it's not exactly like the car Issigonis created all those years ago, lots of people hate it. It's too big, they say. It's German, they moan. It's not as good as the original, they shout. It's just not a proper Mini, they bluster. And they're all right in their own little way, but they're also utterly, utterly wrong. Allow me to explain why. Take this, the all-new 2-litre turbocharged Mini Cooper S. It has 189 brake horsepower, 206 pound-foot, more on overboost. It will hit 62 miles an hour from rest in 6.7 seconds and will manage 146 miles an hour. As well as that, you can get up to 49.6 miles to the gallon out of it. The fact that its new 4-cylinder engine gives it a greater breadth of ability, better MPG and a smoother drive's great. I mean, the drive is really, really good fun, if I'm honest. I've spent most of this morning hammering this thing round a mountain. It handles really, really nicely. I know Mini likes to bang on about go-kart handling, and that's, not true because this isn't a go-kart, but it is very much a sort of point and squirt, bang it into a corner, turn in, off you go kind of car. It feels great, and this engine is so happy to rev really, really high. And with the turbo, there's bags of torque available. The gearbox is a particular highlight. The shift is a little bit light for my liking, but it has a party piece. It'll rev match for you, which is a great thing. So when you change down a gear, the engine will pop up to where it needs to be, so you get a smoother change. And it's brilliant for two reasons. One, you will look like a hero to all your mates as you're going along. Brake, downshift, up the engine goes, and they think, wow, he's a really good driver, really good at heel and toe. And two, you won't destroy your clutch. That's a good thing. That's very clever on Mini's part. Not only do you look brilliant, you don't break your car. Inside, it's a properly luxurious hatch. There's every mod con available stuffed in here. Nav, aircon, Bluetooth, DAB, everything. Really, you can even spec a touchpad so you can write postcodes directly into the nav. That's something you only really expect to find on bigger, more BMW-ish stuff. There is one question that did pop into my mind while I was driving this though. The Fiesta ST is the king of the hot hatch aristocracy at the moment. Everybody loves it, myself included. Is this new Mini Cooper S better than the Fiesta ST though? Not quite, if I'm honest. The Fiesta ST, it's a little bit sharper, just feels a little bit better set up to be a proper hooliganism machine. But the Mini has something that the Fiesta doesn't. This has got character by the bucket load. It's a happy, smiley little thing in the way it looks, and the way it drives, the way it feels. The Fiesta's a very serious car. This, it's a bit laissez-faire, but come on, let's go and have fun like a happy, yappy little puppy or a toddler that really wants you to play with its Lego. Whereas the Fiesta, brilliant car though it is, just lacks that little bit of character. So while, yeah, it's better dynamically, I'd say I prefer this one because I think it makes me smile more. And if all the power and speed of the Cooper S doesn't appeal, then how about the Cooper D? Yeah, it may not be as quick as the S, but what it lacks in pace, it gains in economy. If you drive like a saint, you can manage 80.7 miles to the gallon. It's still no slouch, mind. It'll hit 62 in 9.2 seconds, which, if memory serves, is about the same amount of time the first new Mini Cooper managed it in. The Cooper D is going to be the big seller because not only do you get classic Mini driving dynamics, you also get awesome efficiency and you don't lose out in performance. This is really a no compromise hatchback. You can't honestly lose with it. I mean, personally, I prefer the speed, the noise and the drama of the Cooper S, but this thing's great. It's got a brand spanking new 3-cylinder diesel engine that it's really smooth, quite refined and not too noisy as well. So the cars drive well, they're fast and efficient. So what is it about these new Minis that people don't like? Well, it could be the look. In pictures, this Mini does look a little long in the nose, a little bit snouty, but in the metal, it's a good looking, well proportioned car. And you've got to remember that, yeah, the Mini is big on the outside, but underneath its skin there's loads of safety tech, and legislation dictates how high certain things have to be and all that, so that in the hands of a true idiot, in the worst case, they don't end up as a puddle in the footwell. So the people that dislike the new Mini because it's too big, not British enough, or not in line with the original Mini ethos are really going to hate this thing. And they're going to hate it even more when they discover that unlike the original Mini, you can't buy one with the change you find down the back of the sofa. No, you've got to drop nearly £14,000 to get the keys to one of these. They're right, this is nothing like the Minis they know and love. Frankly, I'm glad of that. They were great, don't get me wrong, but they were small, inefficient, and were designed in the 50s, so I'm not too sure how I'd fare in a crash. I wonder what the reaction would be if it was launched today. And has anybody actually considered that for some people this will be the only Mini they know? Someone born in the late 80s or early 90s will have been growing up when the original Mini was slowly dying. They will have seen the new car become the car du jour and keep an interpretation of that iconic shape rolling down the road. For them, a Mini isn't a car you can cheaply buy and easily fix on your driveway. No, for them it's a small, good-looking car to aspire to. The Mini is evolving, and that's a good thing.